subscribe to my channel Making Impossible and press the bell icon so that you don't miss any one of my upcoming videos.
Yo, what's up friends? I'm Shalazari and welcome back to Making Impossible, the channel that teaches you how to make the impossible and be the smartest person in the room. In today's video, I'm going to be teaching you an amazing card transposition magic trick which includes a color change. Now, this magic trick is not for beginners because this includes quite a lot of amount of sleight of hand, but still if you're a beginner, I'll just link you to some other videos from where you're going to learn some other moves which is used in this card magic trick. So without any further ado, let's start our today's video.
This week's Instagram feature goes to Imdadul Haq. Follow him on Instagram. Link is given in the video description. I'll feature one lucky Instagram user every Monday in my Smack That Monday episodes. If you want your Instagram profile or page to be featured in my next Smack That Monday episode, follow the simple steps that are given in the video description. So now, let's continue.
Okay guys, here's a performance of the card trick. Now as you can see, I have a deck of cards completely mixed up, right? But still, if you want me, I can shuffle this deck of cards, or even you can shuffle this deck of cards. And let's say the spectator shuffles the deck of cards as much as they want, okay? So after they have shuffled the deck of cards, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a look at the top card, and in this case it is the 8 of hearts. I'm just going to take the 8 of hearts and leave it right over here away from the rest of the deck. Now I'm just going to take a look at the next card, and it is the Jack of Clubs. So we have the 8 of hearts over here and the Jack of Clubs over here. Now all I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my hand and wave it right on top of the Jack of Clubs, and it actually changes into the 8 of hearts, right? Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to turn over this card, and you can see that this is the Jack of Clubs right now. So the 8 of hearts and the Jack of Clubs has actually switched positions with each other just like that. So that's how the card trick looks like. Let's see how you can do this card trick. Okay guys, this is how the card trick is done. Now for doing this card trick, you need to know a good amount of sleight of hand because this includes a good amount of sleight of hand. So for beginners, it will be a really difficult card trick, but still I'll just try to help you out by linking some other videos from where you're going to learn some other moves which is going to help you do this card trick. Now at first, all you're going to do is you're going to have a deck of cards, and you can shuffle the deck of cards as much as you want because it really doesn't matter what is the order of the cards, and it also does not require any duplicate card. So after you have shuffled the deck of cards, you're going to do a double lift. And for the beginners, double lift is a move where you're turning over 2 cards as one. So it looks like I turned over just 1 card, but in reality I have 2 cards as one. So for the spectator, it looks like that the Jack of Spades, or whatever card you turned after doing the double lift, is the top card. So in this case it is the Jack of Spades, and the spectator thinks that it is the top card. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to again turn over 2 cards as one, and just keep 1 card right over here, the actual top card, the actual top card, which is the random card, which we don't need to know what the value of the card is because it is going to pretend as the Jack of Spades, which is still right over here on the top of the deck. So what we did was we did a double lift. We showed the Jack of Spades and told to our spectator that we're keeping the Jack of Spades, but instead we are keeping the actual top card right over here away from the deck of cards. Now we are going to say to your spectator that I'm going to turn over the next card, and as you say that, you're going to do another double lift because if you actually turn over the next card, it is the Jack of Spades, and the spectator knows that the Jack of Spades is right over here. So for them it will be a little bit confusing, and they're going to think that you're using duplicate cards. So you're going to do a double lift, and this time you're going to just turn over and show to them a different card other than the Jack of Spades, whatever card is in the second position. So after doing the double lift, your spectator thinks that the Jack of Spades is right over here and the 6 of diamonds is right over here on top of the deck. But you know that the 6 of diamonds is right over here on the top of the deck, and the Jack of Spades is right below it. This is some other different card which is pretending to be the Jack of Spades. Now all you're going to do at this point is you're going to do a color change where these 2 cards exchange their position and just pretend to change to a different card. So at this point you can do any color change which uses that same mechanism. I did the hardness change because I felt comfortable with it. If you want to know how the hardness change is done, then I have a tutorial for it, and the link to the tutorial will be given in the description box as well as in the card, so make sure to check that out if you need to. So all I'm going to do at this point is I'm just going to do the hardness change. Okay, so after I did the hardness change, I know at this point that the jack of spades is on the top and the six of diamonds is on the bottom. But for the spectators, they are going to think that the jack of spades has traveled from here to here, and they might also think that the six of diamonds has gone from here to there. So we have to make their thinking right. And at this point, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take these two cards, I'm just going to turn these two cards as one. So at this point, after turning two cards as one, and if I take just the single card, I'll be having the six of diamonds in my hand. So the jack of spades will still be on top of the deck and the six of diamonds will be on my hand. And this is going to happen after I do the hardness change. So this is the six of diamonds. I do the hardness change and then I turn over two cards as one and take one card, and then I have six of diamonds in my hand. Now the spectator doesn't really need to know that it is the six of diamonds. They are going to think that this is the jack of spades you just took in your hand, and you're going to use this card to turn over this card. Like, you're going to pretend to use this card to turn over this card, but what you're actually doing is you're switching this card with this random card so that your spectator doesn't know that this card is a different card, not the jack of spades or neither the six of diamonds. So all you're doing is you're having the jack of spades on top of the deck at this point, and you just took the six of diamonds from the top, and then you're going to do a crucial move called the Mexican turnover switch. I have a tutorial for it, and the link to the tutorial will be given right in the description box as well as in the cards. And if you don't know this move, I prefer you should check that tutorial, because this move needs to be very swift in order to make it look like that you're turning over this card while you're switching the cards. So you're going to pretend to turn over this card, but you're going to switch this card with this card and turn over this card. So it looks like that. Okay, now after you have done that, you have that random card in your hand and the six of diamonds is right on the table, which you just dropped on the table face up. And then what you're going to do is, in order to clean this mess, you have to just take a break under the top card, and then you're going to keep this card on top of that card. Okay, so at this point I'm just going to do another double lift, and the spectators are going to think that I kept the jack of spades, which I used to turn over the six of diamonds. I kept that card on top of the deck and I'm just showing it. So the spectators will see that these two cards has exchanged their positions with each other, and right now the spectators are going to think that these are two single cards, but right now I'm in a maze where I have a random card right below the jack of spades. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to lift these two cards together with the jack of spades with the random card, and then I'm just going to turn this entire deck of cards. I'm just going to flip the entire deck of cards, and I'm going to do that under the cover of these two cards. And then after flipping, I'm immediately going to drop these two cards onto the bottom of the deck, onto the bottom face of the deck, before the spectator sees the bottom card. So I have to be very fast while I'm doing this. So I'm just going to lift that, and I'm just going to turn the entire deck. I'm just going to flip the entire deck of cards, and then I'll be having the jack of spades right on the bottom of the deck. And since the spectator doesn't know the actual bottom card of the deck, he or she won't be able to figure out that this was the random card which was on the table. So after doing the double lift, you're going to immediately turn over the deck of cards, and you're going to drop the two cards on top of it, and then you're going to just spread the deck of cards so that it looks like you have just dropped this jack of spades onto the bottom of the cards. And then you're going to show that these two cards are single and there are no duplicate cards present in this deck of cards. So that is how this card trick is done. And that's it for the tutorial. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you did so, and don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Shoelazari. Also, if you have any questions, you can use the comment section for that, and don't forget to subscribe to my other channel, which is a pretty savage channel. I post funny videos over there, and the link to that channel will be given right in the description box as well as in the cards. And don't forget to smash the subscribe button of this channel if you're not a subscriber yet, and turn on the post notifications so that you don't miss my upcoming videos and my future Smack That Monday episodes. Peace.